still Dame saga. It's almost like you got to talk about that every day until it actually freaking happens.
It's Dame Watch, day 11. Like, it's just... I'm not going to say I'm over it, because until it's done, it's going to be the most intriguing story, especially in the NBA offseason. And it is going to be a domino, like the first domino of several other things that will happen after that, some of which will directly affect the 76ers. And I have a vested interest in that. But, man, can we just get this going here? Come on.
No.
Let's go.
We can't. It's what it is now is a divorce. Like a bitter divorce. Like, it doesn't matter how long you've been with her. It doesn't matter if it was 15 really good years and then it only got bad the last 6 months. A divorce is a divorce, and they trying to come out of it looking better, right? Like, each individual is like, nah, you ain't getting the house. Nah, you ain't getting the car. How many days you getting with the kids? Both sides ends up acting like that.
You're going to do what's best for you.
I will say this, though. I know a lot of people talk about player empowerment. I don't know where you stand from it, and people get annoyed. There's no player empowerment in basketball, really. There's like 20 guys. The league, there's 400 people in the league. There's legit 20 guys that have any power. Like, it's people talk about player empowerment like it's like half the league can choose where they want to go. No, it's out of the 400 guys,
the clutch guys.
It's like 17 people who can dictate it. And like you just said, only like 3 of them have no trade clauses.
Yeah, it's like LeBron and his buddies.
Yeah.
And then like 3 or 4 other dudes.
Yeah, like only like 4 people. So that ain't empowerment.
It's just the comparison to the NFL where nobody has any, like, oh, you signed a contract? Yeah. I don't care.
They get robbed.
It's worthless.
We need to talk about they get robbed.
Yes, even like the quarterbacks are the only one with any sort of power. And even them compared to NBA players, it's like, no. Yeah, but it's player empowerment because the other sport everyone watches, like, oh, you have a contract? Yeah, too bad. We just ripped it up. You're done. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Meanwhile,
that's it.
Meanwhile, organization can sign you to a 5-year deal and then trade you in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Like, literally sign you. Oh, we agree. We love you. We're going to have you for the next 5 years. And then 3 weeks later, trade you.
They can hand you... They can sign you for 5 years, hand you your signing bonus check, and go, your contract's over.
That happened to Blake Griffin, I think it was. I think he just signed a deal with the Clippers. They're like, you're out.
You're out.
Like, literally, I think that's who I'm thinking of. Blake Griffin signs a new contract with the Clippers, and they trade him to the Detroit Pistons. I gotta make sure I fact check that, but I think it was Blake, and they traded him to the Detroit Pistons like 3 months later after signing that big deal. He like, man, I could have went anywhere. And now you sending me to Detroit. Like we had a contract agreement.
That seems mean-spirited.
Yeah, exactly.
Detroit,
so, like, players ain't really got empowerment. They just got a little.
They have just a little bit more power. Yeah, they just have a little bit more power than the NFL, where they have none.
Yeah, well, you ain't got jack squat. You got really getting screwed out there. Somebody here is going to help us. Help us figure this entire thing out. Help us with where he thinks this thing is going. Help us with all the chaos that is going down in the NBA right now. We have on the line Mike Gallagher, senior NBA analyst, Establish the Run, host of the Establish the Run NBA podcast. Mike, how you doing? All right, because we got to talk about something. What's your thought on this Dame saga? Where do you think he goes?
I mean, Miami's the betting favorite. He was, I think, minus 300 yesterday, and it's going to probably move back based on some reporting today saying Dame could potentially sit out of camp. That doesn't seem very Dame-like, right? I mean, Dame's been such a team franchise-first kind of a player. It just feels like the agent's kind of doing his job. It's clearly they want to get Dame there. So I feel like they're saying this for leverage. I wouldn't be, like, totally shocked if he plays game 1 in Portland, but Miami certainly feels like the heavy favorite at this point.
Wow, okay. You wouldn't be shocked if he plays game 1 in Portland, because I'm sitting here just thinking the Dame domino has to fall before we see anything else of substance really go down, whether it be with James Harden or whatever else, Mike. But it's not as if nothing has happened thus far. What do you think maybe the most underrated or under-the-radar move that has been made in free agency or this offseason that could actually have some impact on betting the NBA coming up in this regular season?
As far as moving the needle, I think the market's pretty good from what I was looking at. So the Sun stuff's already baked in. The Lakers stuff looks like it's already baked in. So I don't really think that there's anything that really influences me. Actually, one thing in particular, this is a little bit in the weeds, player propsy, fantasy a little bit. The Pacers look like they're going to play so fast. I think there's a lot of chemistry that could be developing with Halliburton and Obi Toppin. I think that could be really fun. I'm going to be pretty high in Obi for betting stuff. I think they fit really well together. So kind of like what the Pacers did. Denver losing people doesn't really swing the needle too much, but yeah, I think the market's priced pretty good. But I'm really excited for what the Pacers look like with their pickups and getting Obi, essentially for free for the second round picks.
We got Colin Wilson joining us. Listen, just quick question about college football. I'm sorry I had to get this in.
There's no SummerSlam matches yet.
No SummerSlam, but I just want to ask real quick. I'm a Penn State guy, and people keep telling me I went to Penn State. My team has a shot because of some quarterback. Is this true? Does my team actually have a shot to do something in the Big Ten this year?
Well, I tell you what, I planned on being as quiet about this as possible until I got to Big Ten Media Days in about 3 weeks. I absolutely believe Penn State is not just a player for the Big Ten; they're a player for the national stage.
Oh, my man!
I am. There's one roadblock with this team. I'll try to do it in 40 seconds here. This team has turned into defensive back U. They produce the best linebackers every single year. They have one of the best defensive lines.
Okay. We only have 15 seconds, so I got to cut you off, but I got to get you back on here. So you're saying we got a shot?
Oh, yes, absolutely. 100%. Bet them. They are play on.
For me, for someone to tell me that, he gave me so much excitement that he may have just broken my heart. It's one of those things. Like, Penn State was a team that could never break my heart.
Now you have expectations.
Because I had no real belief in them. Yeah. Even if you win 11 games, I ain't got no belief in y'all. So you ain't gonna kill my heart. You weren't able to kill my heart since I was actually in college, and you killed my heart. But now he's put me in a position where I've had excitement, this big of excitement since Saquon. So 5-6 years.
Yeah.
But I'm also being in a position where I might have the most disappointment. Penn State.
And
we are.
And you're going to put some money on it. Yeah, I mean, it's whenever you can bet on a 19-year-old sophomore quarterback, you should probably do it. Drew Allar, apparently he played the last couple minutes of their bowl game, taking over for Sean Clifford because he died of old age, I think. The dude's been their quarterback since, I think, 2004.
Sean was drafted, too. Or he got picked up by somebody.
Yes, I believe he actually was picked up. But it seemed like national championship was out of reach for Penn State after this run of dominance started to happen, where basically professional teams were like Georgia, Alabama, LSU. These are programs. It's like, yeah, just take one whole side of the ball and put them on an NFL field, and they could compete. Yeah. Once that started, it was Penn State always seemed. Yeah, they're a good program, but just a step below. But now it looks Colin Wilson, few people know as well as him that they're actually maybe in that tier now.
Oh.